I know some of you guys aren't the biggest fans of Kung Jin just because he's a combat kid from MKX. I hate these characters, they're so lame. Regardless how you feel about the character, ultimately this, it's bittersweet to talk about because I feel like this backs up everything we've been discussing over the last month. Kung Jin. This is what they were working on. It seems like, anyway. And an artist at NetherRealm Studios just came out and shared this on their artist portfolio. And it wasn't today. This has been online for a week. So, WB, if you're upset about me talking about this, this has been up for a week. You should have given the boy a call and been like, hey, can't be sharing this. WB cracks down, typically, when they don't allow stuff to be out. I know there was an animator who was sharing a lot of the animations that she had done work for when it came to Sektor and Cyrax, and they actually copyright claimed the video and made it private, so we'll see how this goes. But another artist has now came out and shared this work. I'm assuming it's just because, well, maybe they're, I probably shouldn't assume why they shared it, because they're sharing a bunch of stuff, not just Kung Jin. But it is interesting because it's not even just the actual design of Kung Jin that this artist worked on, but this is where shit gets super crazy. In the portfolio where this has actually been shared, the origin of it, they confirm this is not main roster Kung Jin. This is Kameo fighter Kung Jin. So, for all I know, this was what Kung Jin was supposed to look like at the end of the game when he's featured alongside the rest of the combat kids before they were rocking the yellow color scheme. We see them get killed. Maybe this is what they were working on. Inner Loco's confirmed for a while now that it seemed like Kung Jin was destined to be a Kameo fighter, but that got scrapped in the actual mainline game. So maybe this isn't necessarily the Combat Pack 3 version of Kung Jin, especially because it mentions he's a Kameo, and it's just crazy because a month ago we found out that obviously the KP3 is going to be scrapped, Chaos Reigns did not sell well, the 6 characters we were supposed to be getting, one of them was this guy right here. So you can imagine when I get on my Twitter feed and I see this, it breaks my heart, because if this is, hypothetically, you see why I say it, I think this is for the KP3. I mean, look, bro is literally on the character viewer. And I know they could just toss anybody in the character viewer. But it looks like he was done. The only thing missing is his face. And in all of these screenshots I'm showing you right here, his face is missing. It looks like the exact same face we got at the end of the Mortal Kombat 1 story mode. So because of that, I feel like maybe they weren't sure if they were going to reuse that asset. Because if this is supposed to be like DLC character, Kameo fighter, main roster fighter, regardless, you know, DLC Kung Jin, maybe they wanted to take some liberties and change his face a little bit so he felt a bit special, and it wasn't like they just brought that character model from the endgame cutscene into the DLC. Maybe they wanted to feel special, a little bit different, so that's why he's missing his face in all of these screenshots. And trust, it's not even just these 4 screenshots, it's like 7 or 8. So yeah, we're talking about it today. I've been doing this for a long time. Going back to the Injustice 2 days, I'll pop a screenshot right here. Poof! Before WB gets mad. Your artists do stuff like this all the time, and I cover it, and so far, it hasn't really pissed you guys off. Granted, things are different these days, and you like to silence my friends, so maybe shit gets different, but regardless, we'll take one for the team. We'll see how this ends up, and for all I know, if this video gets removed, that kind of confirms that this was probably something that you weren't supposed to see, but I think we're going to be fine. It's been out for a week. So, what the fuck, WB? Call your boy. Drop a like if you're excited to break all this stuff down. I came out and shared this, and it's blowing up. I actually heard rumblings of this a couple of days ago in the comment section. I didn't believe the comments that were saying this. And then, thankfully, I was tagged today in a post, the actual origin of this. We'll be talking about that. So with that said, let me stop yapping. I've been yapping for 4 minutes. I'm just trying to set this up for those who aren't keeping up with the leaks. This dude has been pretty much confirmed to be a DLC for this game for a long time, up until 4 weeks ago. And now that I'm seeing he's pretty much all but complete apart from the face, it makes me feel like this was what you were supposed to be getting in a KP3, hypothetically. So let's get into it. First things first, I want to say a massive shout out to Kameo for coming out and saying about a week ago, artists working at NetherRealm Studios started posting their work on ArtStation. It's a Kung Jin cameo render in HD. I don't know why no one's talking about it. Is he coming or is he scrapped? And this is where things get interesting because Interloco comes out and says, some time ago, I think I mentioned that he was supposed to be a cameo in Chapter 15. They probably scrapped that part. We know there was an alternative. It's been a long day. Alternative scene that is not in the final game. Cracio says cameo as in playable or cameo as in appearance. Maybe the art on the website is just the NPC version. Indeed, it confirms, deconfirms nothing. And you see, that's what I'm saying. We don't know if this is going to be the KP3 Kung Jin that we were supposed to be getting, or if this was just what they designed years ago for Kung Jin before they made him yellow like the rest of the combat kids with the whole black and yellow. It's like a futuristic look. Takeda's rocking it on the main roster. Cassie Cage looks, I think, fucking sick in the endgame cutscene. Jackie has it. They all have it. It's like a black and yellow, you know. Shout out to Wiz Khalifa. Yeah, Interloco says Kung Jin Cam, which is the final name, and he was part of Chapter 15. That's all the info. Probably he was a CPU cameo before they scrapped it. Now, let's go to the actual source of this, the ArtStation. Gotta say a massive shout out to Sergio Nicolas Benitez, who is a character artist at Collider Craftworks, and I'm assuming he used to work at NetherRealm Studios. Again, on the bottom left, we have the actual trademark there. All rights reserved to you-know-who, so I'm not claiming this is mine, but we are reacting, so this is transformative WB. And this is where it gets spicy. On the right side, the description of the image says, Kung Jin cameo Mortal Kombat 1, and there you go. Posted last week, so this has been out for a long time. So, again, keep that in mind. No one's just talked about it for some reason, and you can see here's the first image I want to really talk about. And man, you know, some of you guys think that the guy with the bow is lame, but I love Green Arrow. And when we got Kung Jin, it kind of filled that gap for me, especially going back to like Injustice and stuff. So for me, I've always really liked Kung Jin because the bow, dude, the bow is so sick. And I think this look is honestly better than the endgame black and yellow attire they had, in my opinion. I love the color of the pants. I love that he almost is rocking like the Kung Lao color scheme, which makes the most sense given the relationship. I think it's really cool. I really do like this, you know, like arm piece here, this like shoulder pad, if you will. The next one also is pretty much the exact same thing as well. Looks a little bit different because this time he's got the actual long hair that I do think you do see. You can't see here, but he's, I think, bald. Yeah, I'm having to look over my monitor. He's bald here, and then he's got the ponytail, so. But more or less, it's the same thing. The head's just different, so she said. And again, here he is on the character viewer, which proves nothing because doesn't probably take much to actually have the character pop up here, but it's the perfect color scheme, dude. I think he looks amazing. And again, in all these screenshots, look at those boots, dude. Oh, it's like a teal, yellow, gold. It breaks my heart. And the fact that, again, we see his chin here, but not the face, that makes me think that the only thing they had left to do was do the animations for the face or touch up the face. Maybe they were deciding if, do we do the ponytail? Do we do long hair like he had back in MKX? What are we doing this? You know, what are we doing with this? And like I said, you can see here he's got no hair. And maybe that's why he's not showing the face, because it's generic or something. I don't know, but look how detailed this is. Like, guys, look at this. Look at the fucking little material here. Like the little, looks like something Scott Hall would wear with like the NWO red Wolfpack tassels. Like the attention to detail, you know, on the bow holder here, dude. This little satchel, if you will. Like, this looks like a fully finished character. Like, look at this right here. It's like this metallic piece on the front. The chains hanging right next to like the bandana, if you will. Again, these like tassel things, man. Like, look at the leather here. This is all fucking leather, dude. Like, he's bald! And it sucks because they don't show the front of the face. So, I don't know why, but the boots look kind of different from that angle. Okay, it's the same boots. It's just got straps in the back, dude. I kind of skimmed over the images. I'll be completely honest. This is the first time actually sitting here and taking it all in. This almost looks like Reiko with the armbands. It almost looks like Reiko a little bit here, but man, this is, I think, the perfect color scheme, the perfect look, the perfect costume, and I stand by what I said. There you go. It is what it is. Unfortunately, there's no details other than all rights reserved to you-know-who. But it just goes to show you that hypothetically, it seems like this dude was pretty much done and things got scrapped and now we'll never see this again. That's what it looks like. It could simply be like Inner Loco was saying in the exchange, where maybe this was initially the look that they were going to run with. If he was going to be a, you know, cameo fighter you go up against near the end, chapter 15, because that would make some sense too. Ultimately, we don't know, but I just thought this was super cool. And given that, again, 4 weeks ago, we got confirmation that Kung Jin is not going to be in the game now, along with the other DLC characters, I had to share this with you because I think it's so interesting. So obviously, I want to know your guys' opinion on all of this, because for me, I know I shit on this game. Look at that, man. It looks so sick. I know I shit on this game a lot, man, and it comes from a place of, like, desire for it to be better. I want things to improve. I do it because I love Mortal Kombat. Seeing all this work potentially go unseen, you know, Sergio, I don't blame you for sharing this, even if it might piss off the higher-ups. I mean, bro put love into this. You could tell, and by all accounts, when I'm on X, Twitter, talking about this, it seems like universally the response to this has been pretty positive. I haven't seen anybody shitting on this at all, and it just goes to show you that despite the game having a lot of bullshit, there's a lot of good, and I think this design choice, it was solid. So I doubt they revisit this design choice, because we've seen previously, going back to as recent as Mortal Kombat 11 with like Ermac and Sektor and Cyrax, even if people demand designs to return, we haven't seen them return yet. And I think this is just going to be one of those instances, and it just sucks because bro isn't in the game as a legit character. And like, if you didn't know any better and you saw this, this literally looks like a fully fledged out main roster fighter, and it very well could have been. So shout out to Sergio, shout out to NetherRealm and everybody who worked on this. I'm not doing this to, you know, piss off anybody. I genuinely want to share this with you because I typically do, and you guys really, you know, you typically agree with me. And I think the comment section on this video is going to agree with me, and I think we could all say this is going to be a big missed opportunity, because I like Kung Jin, man, and I feel like this could have won more people over. I hate seeing how a lot of, like, people hate the combat kids. They're like, oh, the fucking combat kids suck. Horrible combat pack. Like, 4 weeks ago when the DLC got leaked, everybody was shitting on it. Like, not a loss. No wonder they canceled it. Nobody was going to buy that. But, dude, I think some of these characters deserve second chances. I think if we would have got this, it would have been a success. So again, WB, maybe consider this some feedback. Don't cancel the KP3. Maybe keep it going. I would be torturing myself to keep playing this game, but I doubt you would bring this into MK2. 13, MK13. Can we get back to just calling it what it is? I doubt we ever see this design again, and it's such a wasted opportunity because, dude, look at this. I'm gonna go full screen here. Like, bro, look at that. Look at that, dude. Like, what more could you ask for? This literally is giving me my Legolas vibes. Like, I love it so much. Fuck. It is what it is, man. So there you go. Wanted to share with you guys, and I obviously want to hear your feedback on it because it's super interesting to see, because we dead ass don't know what this is. Was this KP3? Is it story mode cameo that got scrapped like Inner Loco shared over the past 5 or 6 months? Don't know, but at least your boys here sharing the news with you. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, drop that like, subscribe for some more content like this on the channel. Until next time, been your host, been Dynasty. I've been doing all the fucking Christmas towers. If you've not seen my videos lately, I've been doing live commentary, having a blast, a lot of raging. So if you want to see more Dynasty, if you've been missing the live commentary videos, you should go watch them because they're pretty fun. I know the gameplay sucks because it's like the easiest tower to go through, but I'm still here posting when I can if something's worthwhile. And this is the first thing since the leaks that's honestly worth talking about. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you've had a great week over the holidays. New Year's is next. Do not blow off your hand or something if I don't talk to you then. I'm sure I will, but I love you. See you later. Peace. Yeah. Hey,